We've been warning people about Sharia for years, and leftists have been calling us racists, bigots, and Islamophobes every step of the way. When we quote Muhammad and the Quran to show what Islam teaches about terrorism, about violently subjugating Jews and Christians, about beating women into submission, about raping female captives, the response from politicians and journalists and educators and entertainers has always been, how dare you? How dare you criticize what Islam teaches, you filthy hate mongers? Apparently, these politicians and journalists and educators and entertainers just don't care about Jews or Christians or women or any of the other groups that Muhammad ordered his followers to subjugate or abuse in various ways. But after years of hearing leftists praise all things Islamic and watching them turn a blind eye towards Muhammad's violence and misogyny, we finally found something they actually care about. They actually care about gay people and gay rights. Thus, Ellen DeGeneres courageously tweeted, "Tomorrow, the country of Brunei will start stoning gay people to death. We need to do something now. Please boycott these hotels owned by the Sultan of Brunei. Raise your voices now. Spread the word. Rise up." Raise your voices, ladies and gentlemen. Spread the word. Rise up. Perhaps I'm a bit slow, but I'd like a little more information about what exactly we're supposed to be raising our voices about. What's the word that we're supposed to spread? What are we rising up against? Fortunately, the infamous Gad Saad asked for some clarification. Dear Ellen, any ideas where the Brunei government obtained its grotesque position on the matter at hand? Was it from reading a Harry Potter book? Was it from watching Scarface? Any chance that you might criticize the source of the genocidal hate? I'll be waiting right here. So, are we supposed to rise up and raise our voices about a particular law, in this case, stoning homosexuals to death? Or are we supposed to rise up and raise our voices about the legal system and the ideology that demand that homosexuals be stoned to death? I'm asking because a lot of people seem to be completely insane on this issue. They'll call us racists and bigots for opposing Sharia, and yet they clearly oppose Sharia. Guess what? The vast majority of the world's population opposes Sharia. Hundreds of millions of Muslims oppose Sharia. They don't always know that they oppose Sharia because they don't understand what it is. But if you start listing the Islamic penalties for various crimes, they don't want Sharia. So here's what we have. As far as non-Muslims and many Muslims are concerned, we're all against Sharia. We're all against Muhammad. We're all against the Quran. Some of us are simply honest about it. Others, most notably politicians, journalists, educators, and entertainers, have a kind of Jekyll and Hyde duality that defies all reason. They oppose spousal abuse and rape and terrorism, but they praise an ideology that promotes spousal abuse and rape and terrorism. And they'll heap abuse on you if you dare to be consistent. If you say, I oppose spousal abuse and rape and terrorism, therefore I oppose Islam, they'll confuse your lack of hypocrisy with racism and bigotry. It's as if they're saying, only racist bigots oppose Islam, but deep down we oppose Islam too, even though we're not racist bigots. Well, Ellen DeGeneres and George Clooney and Elton John and everyone else who publicly condemned Muhammad by publicly condemning his commands, if you can oppose Muhammad's teachings without being racists or bigots, then it's possible to oppose Muhammad's teachings without being racists or bigots. Hence, when someone opposes Muhammad and the Quran, no one should call him a racist or a bigot simply for opposing Muhammad and the Quran. See everyone? We can learn something from leftists.